Well, good afternoon. Parents, grandparents, families, new cadets who will become the class of 2020, VMI staff and faculty, coaches, welcome to the Institute and welcome to the VMI family. I'm very pleased to spend a few minutes with you this afternoon on this, the opening day of the academic year 2016-2017, VMI's 177th year, in the very beginning of your son or daughter's life as a VMI cadet. This morning, we matriculated 506 cadets from 38 states, Guam, and 4 foreign countries. 58% are from Virginia, 42% from out of state, 60 are females, 95 are NCAA recruited athletes, 60% are majoring in math, science, and engineering, and 40% in the pure liberal arts, with a grade point average of 3.65. It was a very selective and competitive admissions process this year. Our congratulations to you. In the stands are a number of senior VMI officials, and I'm going to ask General Jumper, President of our Board of Visitors, to stand and represent that group. General Jumper. And with me this afternoon is a senior leadership team at VMI, professionals with whom you and your cadet will soon become very familiar in the coming days, weeks, and months. And I will ask each to rise as their name is called. They are Brigadier General Jeffrey G. Smith, Jr., Deputy Superintendent for Academics and Dean of the Faculty. General Smith is a 1979 graduate of the Institute, where he was a double major in biology and English. He holds a Master's of Science degree in National Security Strategy from the National War College and a PhD in English Literature from Princeton. General Smith became our dean following a 34-year career in the United States Army Signal Corps, where he held command positions at every level. Brigadier General Robert L. Green, Deputy Superintendent for Finance, Administration, and Support. General Green graduated from VMI in 1967 and holds a Master's of Engineering from the University of Virginia. He saw service in Vietnam as a lieutenant with the 1st Infantry Division and later was president of Wiley & Wilson, an engineering firm in Lynchburg. And he has held a number of posts to include teaching at the Institute, serving VMI for the past 19 years. Colonel William J. Vonovich. Commandant of Cadets, Colonel Vonovich is a 1987 graduate of VMI who assumed duties as our commandant following a very successful 27-year career in the United States Army. Colonel Vonovich commanded numerous infantry units throughout his career, which included multiple combat tours in Iraq, and served as commander of the Army ROTC detachment, professor of military science prior to his retirement from active duty. Dr. David Dials. Director of Intercollegiate Athletics, Dr. Dials came to VMI in October of 2013, having served in college athletic administration for over 20 years. He has previously served as the athletic director at Eastern Michigan University, St. Bonaventure University, and Case Western Reserve. Dr. Dials obtained his bachelor's and master's degree from Ohio University and was awarded a doctorate of education from the University of Michigan. Chaplain Colonel Bob Phillips. Bob is the Institute and chaplain to the Corps of Cadets. He graduated from VMI in 1987. He commissioned in the U.S. Army as a field artillery officer. Chaplain Phillips arrived in August from Tripler Army Medical Center in Honolulu, Hawaii, where his final posting as command chaplain completed a sterling U.S. Army career of more than 25 years. He holds a Master of Divinity degree from Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary, a Master of Science in Counseling from Columbus State University, and a Master's degree in Strategic Study from the U.S. Army War College. Sergeant Major John Neal. Sergeant Major to the Institute and to the Corps of Cadets, an infantryman. He served 25 years on active duty in the United States Army with extensive service and experience in airborne units. He had 3 tours of duty in NATO, principally in Turkey, numerous operational deployments, and a previous assignment at VMI as Sergeant Major of the Army ROTC Military Department. This academic year commences his 15th year as Sergeant Major to the Corps of Cadets, with close involvement in their discipline, appearance, the color guard, and new cadet military training program. Major Daniel Dan Harrison. Assistant Professor of Chemistry and graduate of the class of 2005. He will serve as the class advisor to the class of 2020 during all 4 years of their cadetship. He returned to VMI in January 2013 as a faculty member and has become an integral member of the faculty and chemistry department. He received his PhD from the University of Virginia in 2011 and performs undergraduate research in the field of solar fuels. And also joining us this afternoon are Ray and Michelle Lancaster. They are co-chairs of the VMI Parents Council and residents of Inman, South Carolina. Their son, John, is a member of the class of 2017. And I ask at this time that all Parents Council members in the audience please stand and thank you for your outgoing support today and for all that you're going to be doing for us during this academic year. Thanks very much. And lastly, Colonel James P. Inman, over here, VMI's Chief of Staff. He's busy working this event. And a VMI graduate of the class of 1986, a career Army officer with 27 years of service. He earned a Bachelor of Arts in English from VMI and holds a master's degrees in the liberal arts from Louisiana State University and the National Defense University. A field artillery officer, he commanded an artillery battalion in combat, served as Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army ROTC Cadet Command, and commanded the National Capital Region Warrior Transition Brigade, responsible for all ill and injured soldiers in the National Capital Region. I mentioned a few moments ago that your sons and daughters, although they will become VMI cadets today, will not immediately become members of the class of 2020. Let me explain. At most colleges, as soon as a freshman enrolls in the institution, he or she is automatically a member of the class of a particular year, usually the year designated the anticipated graduation. At VMI, this designation is withheld from the entering class and until they have met the challenges of our historic rat line and have been formally recognized by the upper classes. Only then, and this will take place early in 2017, will your cadets truly enter the Corps of Cadets as the class of 2020. This tradition, like so many others at the Institute, emphasizes and reinforces the idea that VMI is more than just a collection of individual students. VMI is a tight-knit community, an organic unity, where a corporate spirit distinguishes it from most other colleges. It is a military college, an institute, a community structured around academic excellence, as well as military rules and military regulations. During the next few weeks, indeed during the entire first year, which is known as the rat year, your sons and daughters will face many challenges and experiences. For some here, life will progress smoothly. For most, it will be a challenge, if not downright difficult. And for some, the experience will test them to the utmost. We will do all that is possible to encourage your sons and daughters. We will do all that is possible for them to succeed. But in the final analysis, each cadet must draw on his or her reserves of integrity, confidence, personal stamina, and determination. The path that they have chosen is not an easy one. It will challenge them. It will cause them to grow and cause them to mature and strengthen their character. This has characterized the VMI education since the Institute began in 1839. And let me remind everybody, because I'm sure there are some concerns, that thousands and thousands have gone before them. But you know, life as a cadet is not just a series of trials and tribulations. Classmates soon get to know each other, and as people say, they will bond. The brotherette spirit will eventually spread over the entire class, and individuals will begin to depend on others for friendship and help and encouragement and guidance. Class unity will grow, and this bond with their brotherettes will last a lifetime. Cadets are also famous for their humor that they inject into this regimented life, and pride of accomplishment, whether it is an inspection on parade, in the classroom, or on the playing fields, will grow. And I can tell you from personal experience of watching this now for over 50 years, by the time you return for Parents' Weekend, a short 7 weeks from today, your sons and daughters will be filled with the spirit of EMI. You will notice a change in them, a remarkable change. Bearing, appearance, toughness, politeness, priority setting, friendships, and yes, the war stories will clearly be on display. So today, you become a VMI cadet. Today, the exciting journey begins, which 4 years from now will culminate in graduation from VMI. One of you will be appointed as regimental commander. Another will be selected by your class as its class president, which is a lifetime assignment. One of you will be voted for presidency of our cherished honor court, and a number of you will captain our athletic teams. 4 years from now, you'll be fully prepared, intellectually, physically, and in character to pursue whatever goals and objectives that you have set. The 4 years will pass quickly, but the effects of your education and a life at the Institute remain with you for a lifetime. Today, the journey begins, and we wish you all the very best. I now call on Colonel Ivanovich, the Commandant of Cadets, for short remarks.
Okay, everybody take a deep breath. Relax. We'll get started here in just a few minutes. So I'm sitting in the Palms last night, last meal before it all gets started, in one of the booths. And over the top of the booth, you can hear a couple of the local college kids, the college students, talking back and forth, talking trash back and forth. And for whatever reason, they wanted to talk about how many kids it takes to put in a light bulb. So the kid from UVA says, it just takes one of us. He says, we hold the light bulb up just like that, and the entire world revolves around us until it's screwed in. The kid from the Hokie down there from Blacksburg, the Virginia Tech student, says, hey, it takes 3 of us. One changes the bulb, and then the other 2 discuss how they could have done it just as well as they did down at UVA. Of course, the VMI cadet says, the one rat is changing the bulb. He's got one upperclassman yelling at him because he's not doing it fast enough. He's got another one yelling at him for not using the proper wattage. He's got someone else sending him up to the RDC because the bulb went out in the first place. So that's about how it goes around here. I'm Colonel Bill Wanovich. I'm a 1987 graduate. And I began an Army career here I began an Army career upon graduation. I came back in 2010 to run that program for 4 years. And then I retired from active duty with the opportunity to become the commandant. For a long time, the plan after retirement was that I was going to end up growing a long beard and growing my hair, getting into Winnebago, traveling around the country, and eating Franks and beans. But that isn't what happened. On my last day in the Army, I started my first day here. And I need to tell you something. I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream. It's been my distinct privilege, pleasure, and honor to be affiliated with VMI and these truly exceptional young men and women. Our country is in great need of their leadership, honor, and integrity more than any other time. I truly believe I have the best job of any college administrator in the United States of America. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is I'm the last speaker before we get started. And I'm fibbing with you because the really good news, there is no bad news. Vince Lombardi said, and I quote, "Gentlemen, we are going to relentlessly chase perfection, knowing full well we will not catch it because nothing is perfect. But we're going to relentlessly chase it because in the process, we're going to catch excellence. I'm not remotely interested in just being good." It's our goal that you rarely hear the phrase, "that's good enough," or "you almost did it." Go ahead and put that out of your mind. I can tell you it's not going to be good enough to the customer to bring a major project in almost on budget or almost on time. It's not going to be good enough to the military commander to almost bring back all the soldiers safely. It's not going to be good enough to your instructors, faculty, or staff here that you almost finish your homework, or almost turn in your assignment, or almost make it to class or formation. At VMI, we're a lot better than good enough. As you can well imagine, moving or doing 500 of anything isn't easy. So as I walked around this morning and I talked to so many different people, it's apparent this process is good. It's smooth. It's well coordinated. There are plenty of people here that wanted to provide good, clear guidance and goodwill, and they wanted to be helpful. People are not rushed. Things are done correctly. They're done to a high standard. All that participate are knowledgeable about the job they're doing. They are competent, they are confident, they are professional, and they're well rehearsed. And I think it says quite a bit about the excellence of VMI. If you really take a good look around, every agency performs that way in that manner here around Post. The grounds look right. The buildings are clean. They're operating and everything is well marked. You can see that professionalism from the moment you drive on our campus. Whether that's in every facet that you go through here, to include your journey that includes all the administrative processes down here in Cameron Hall, through the dean's office, to our accomplished faculty, the ROTCs, our coaches and teams, and all the agencies and organizations that were represented on the second floor of Crozet, to all the folks that were doing preparing and serving of food on the first floor of Crozet. But you especially see this excellence in all of the cadets and cadre. I love these 2 weeks. Last week and this week. So much self-motivated drive and determination, continued attempts to strive for perfection in drill and instruction. I hope it instills in you a very strong confidence in how we operate here. I hope that you're experiencing a strong sense of teamwork and professionalism that you would expect your son or daughter to receive throughout their VMI experience every single day. I'd ask that if you've had a good experience, that we show all those folks that did so much work an appreciation with a round of applause. Please know this. Easy happens somewhere else. The easy way belongs for someone else to do. Anyone can do what is easy. It's not particularly special. And nothing in life worth doing or achieving has ever come the easy way. By virtue of your decision to be here today, you're declaring that you want to be challenged. And I promise is a challenge is what you will get. You're telling us you desire to be pushed to your limits, and sometimes often beyond, in every area of discipline, academics, fitness, military bearing, and selfless service to others. That you don't want what your peers are doing, that you prefer to a journey on a path less traveled. You want to be part of something very special at a place that is no ordinary college with people that aspire to no ordinary life. So let me conclude with 2 guarantees. And please pay attention, because any guarantee in life is pretty rare. The first guarantee is for success, both throughout the rat line and at VMI throughout your cadetship. Always give your very best effort and perform to your greatest capability. There is nothing sadder than talent wasted for lack of effort. Once you've accomplished the task, either look for a way to do it better, look for a tougher challenge, or go help somebody accomplish that same task. Be a great teammate. And lastly, and most importantly, no matter what, not for any reason, never, ever, ever quit. The second guarantee involves our goal, which is to meet right back here, 11 o'clock, May 16th, 2020. Parents and grandparents in the stands, cadets seated behind me. At that point, I'll guarantee that you will have been challenged and pushed in ways that get you ready for a life of honor, integrity, and great success. I guarantee that you'll be exceptionally prepared, resilient, and ready for service as leaders in our military, the beginning of a career, and graduate level schooling. And in life, you'll have a jump start on your peers, knowing that you can face, handle, and overcome problems that life tends to throw at all of us. And you will have had an experience of a lifetime, stories to tell about those experiences for decades, and a bond that is envied by folks that know about VMI, but can only truly be understood by fellow alums and those that have walked the path before you. I wish each and every one of you good luck. I wish you Godspeed. I welcome you to our family, and I welcome you to the Virginia Military Institute. Cadet First Captain, post. Take charge of the Corps.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Virginia Military Institute. My name is Timothy J. Davison. I am the regimental commander and cadet first captain. I am a computer science major and first-class Army cadet from Malden, New York. I would like to begin by addressing the parents. Today, as you watch your sons and daughters walk across this floor, realize that they are a direct reflection of you and the principles and values you have instilled within them. You should take immense pride in what they have achieved to get this far and what they are about to embark upon. Our process of molding your sons and daughters will quite possibly be the toughest thing they will have faced thus far. Therefore, they will rely upon your continued support throughout this year and the many to come. I am humbled to be leading them and can assure you that they are in the safe and competent hands of my cadre, men and women who are ideal cadets and guardians of the rat line. To the rat mass of 2017+3, I commend you on your decision to attend VMI. We live in a world where integrity, hard work, and selflessness are often given up for shortcuts, greed, and complacency. Our world is in desperate need of men and women who embody the values that VMI instills within its cadets, and you have taken the first step to answer that call. One day, you may join the ranks of our alumni, men and women who have been molded by the rigors of VMI and in turn have become the world's finest citizen soldiers. As vast and far-reaching as their accomplishments may be, you now walk in the foundation for their success. Our process of molding you is unmatched by any other institute in this nation. Uncompromising regimental and class systems that work in unison, an excellent education from one of the nation's top public undergraduate institutions, and the world's strictest honor code. But make no mistake, this system comes at a price. You are about to enter the hardest school in the nation. The bond that you will create with those strangers to your left and right is ineffable. Together, you will be tested in ways in which you could have never imagined. But understand that for 177 years, cadets before you have endured this process. I want you to understand that success is not guaranteed. I cannot promise each and every one of you that you will complete the mission, but I can promise that everything you need to succeed will be handed to you. Here at the Institute, you must earn everything. You must earn your place in our barracks. Nothing will be given to you. If I were to offer some advice, it would be to work harder each day and never settle for the bare minimum. You will be judged on your personal resolve. As Aristotle once said, excellence is an art won by training and habituation. We do not act rightly because we have excellence or virtue, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Thank you. Alpha Company Commander, post! Alpha Company Corporals, post! I am the Alpha Company Commander. I'm Cadet Captain Anthony Best. I'm responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, those of you in the audience with the letter A on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guidon. Alpha Company Rats, throw it!
Bravo Company Corporals, post! I am the Bravo Company Commander. I am Cadet Captain Benjamin Stewart. I am responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, those of you in the audience with the letter B on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guidon. Bravo Company Rats! Pull in!
Charlie Company Corporals, post! I am Charlie Company Commander. I'm Cadet Captain Rachel Kroner. I'm responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, those of you in the stands with the letter C written on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guidon. Charlie Company Rats! Fall in!
Delta Company Corporals, post!
I am the Delta Company Commander. I'm Cadet Captain Eric Inman. I'm responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, all of you in the audience with the letter D on your tag, come down to the floor and report to the Delta Company Guidon. Delta Company Rats, fall in! Delta Company, hurry, rest!
Band Company Corporals, post!
I am the band company commander. My name is Cadet Captain Cody W. Ellis. I am responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, those of you in the stands with the letters B, D on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guidon.
Band Company Rats, forward!
Echo Company Corporals, post.
I am Echo Company Executive Officer. I'm Cadet First Lieutenant Eric Stein. I'm responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, those of you in the audience with the letter E on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guide on. Echo Company Rats, fall in!
Foxtrot Company Corporals, post!
I am the Foxtrot Company Commander. I am Cadet Captain Spencer J. Jefferson. I will be responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, all of those in the audience with the letter F on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guide on.
Foxtrot Company Rats, fall in! Foxtrot Company, hooray, rest. Golf Company Corporals, post!
I am the Golf Company Commander. I am Cadet Captain Osvaldo Lugo III. I'm responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, those of you in the audience with the letter G on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guide on. Golf Company Rats, fall in! Golf Company Parade Brooks.
Hotel Company Corporals, post!
I am the Hotel Company Commander. I am Cadet Captain Ryan L. Comper. I am responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, those of you in the audience with the letter H on your tag, come to the floor and report to the Hotel Company Guidon.
Hotel Company Reds, forward! Indian Company Corporals, post!
I am the Indy Company Commander. I am Cadet Captain William K. Thomas. I am responsible for the training and well-being of your sons and daughters. With the help of my cadre, I will transform them into model VMI cadets. On my command, those of you in the audience with the letter I on your tag, come to the floor and report to the company guidon. Indy Company Rats, fall in!
Attention!